So we're working on Revit, right? So Revit basically is the interface is into 5 sections. You have the menu section here, just like product structure. We also have the tabs, all right? The architecture tab, the structure tab. Like I mentioned, Revit has the functionality of designing structural design. So that is what you have here. You also have the systems tab. It has the capacity to design electrical and mechanical structures, electrical and mechanical designs rather. All right. So you can design how your mechanical equipment should be, your HVAC, your other mechanical equipment. It also has the electrical parts. You can see these are your pipings, your wire layouts, your cable tray, conduit, electrical equipment. You can actually do this with Revit. All right. Then we have the insert tab here, the annotate for the dimensions and the tests, right? We have the analyze tab. If you are doing a comprehensive MEP drawing, MEP simply means mechanical, electrical, and plumbing drawings, all right? So if you are doing a comprehensive MEP drawing, you can actually model the spaces, calculate the loads, that is to say, the electrical loads, all right? Or the electrical requirements of your structure, all right? So you can actually calculate the load from the lightings, from the AC, from the whatever electrical equipment that's going to be used in the building. So you can actually determine the loading, electrical load of the structure from here. All right. Massing and site. This is where you can actually model irregular shapes. Take for example, you have those kind of funny shapes. I don't know if you have seen Burj Khalifa, the one of the, I don't think it's still the tallest structure on earth, Burj Khalifa in Dubai. All right, you can see how asymmetrical the shape is. You can actually do that with Revit, but it's a very complicated drawing. So you can do that with massing and site here. All right, then you have the collaborate. Here you can actually collaborate with other architects. Let's say you are working in a design firm and you need to collaborate with other architects or engineers. Mr. Casey, you're asking a question.
Yes. I wasn't seeing your okay. I've seen the screen now.
You're asking a question?
No, you were.
Okay. Okay, good. So I was talking about collaborate. So you can actually collaborate with other members of the design team.
Say you don't think that if Burj Khalifa has, so I was actually responding to that.
You asked a question. Mr. Henry, Mr. Casey, ask a question. I think his network is lagging. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so that's about collaborate. Now you have the views. All right, so the view tab is actually where you can see the rendered versions of your project, like your 3D model, how it should be. Your sections, you can cut out the sections from this menu. You can call out any part of the structure, any part of the design. Let's say you have a small part of your design that you want to enlarge so that you can see very well. So you can call out parts of the structure from here. All right. So you also have the manage tab. You have the add-ins, you have the modify, and much more. All right, so this is under the menu tab. Now over here you have the properties section. When you click on any command on the menu tab, all right, let's say you click on doors or you click on walls, the properties of that particular member is going to appear here. So I just clicked on those and I can find the properties of those. All right, so this is one door. Now, one good thing about Revit is that Revit actually has a library of components, all right, that you can make use of. Take, for example, custom doors, custom windows, custom walls, custom anything, custom tables, chairs, grasses, swimming pool, whatever. Revit has a library of um, of um, of components to make your design actually very good. All right. So in the course of the boot camp also, I'm going to send us the library of components so that we can be using it for our personal project. All right. So this is about those. Now, under walls, if you click on walls, the properties of the walls are going to appear as well. So this properties section is just a place where you edit the properties of the member that you want to draw. All right. So under walls, you can say I have basic wall here. I have masonry walls. I have partition walls. I have curtain walls, and so on and so forth. All right. That is about walls. All right. We have windows as well. You can find custom windows. You have components. You have columns. You have roof, ceiling, floors, curtain system, railings, ramp, stair, and so on and so forth. Now, over here, you have the project browser. Remember, this is the menu section, properties section, and the project browser section. This project browser section is where you can use to navigate different places in your drawing. For example, here you have the level 1 and level 2. You can create more levels, level 3, level 4. You can rename them to ground floor level, first floor level, second floor level, roof level, and so on. Here you have the ceiling levels. Here you have the elevations, the 4 elevations, east, west, north, and south. And then here you have the quantities. You can schedule your quantities. You have the sheets. You have the families. If you create sections, it is going to also appear here. So you can see the section. So if you want to navigate to any part of your drawing, you want to go from level 1 to level 2, or you want to go to the ceiling level, or you want to go to the elevations or the sections, this is where you go to. All right. Now, finally, at the center here, you have the workspace where you actually make your drawings. So, for example, if I click on walls and let me just draw a random wall here.
Jesus.
All right, this is a random wall. So let me see how the elevation looks like. This is the north elevation of my wall. You can see the level 1 is 10 feet. Currently, it is measuring in feet. So if I wanted to measure in millimeters, I will simply go to manage and then come over here, project units, and then I can change it from feet and inches to millimeters and meters. All right. So when I do that, automatically it is going to change. So 10 feet is about 3 meters. So if I want to make it exactly 3 meters, I can double click and change it to 3 meters. So my first floor level is going to be 3 meters in height. All right. And I can also change this to ground floor level. So I can create more levels for other stories as well. All right. So this is how you can see your elevations. If you create sections, you are going to see them as well. If you want to see the 3D view, you simply go over to views here and click on 3D view. All right. This is it. You can see the 3D view. If you want to see the realistic view, you come over here to visual style and click on realistic. All right. So it is using the default color. This is the default color. So I can change the colors to masonry or brick or stone material, whatever, any color I can make use of in Revit. All right. So
Once
Revit
you
is actually very easy to use. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to use. And in the course of a boot camp, we are going to be going step by step. So in Revit as well, we are going to work on 2 projects. We're going to work on a duplex project as well, and then we're going to work on another project. So maybe one project will be having a pitched roof, another project will be having a hidden roof, so that you can see how to actually make use of. Basically, what you have to understand is how to make use of the tools. Once you know how to make use of the tools, you can do anything. You can do anything in Revit. All right? You can do anything in Revit. Let me show us one of just a simple project. Let me open this one and see. I think this project is still in process. All right. So this is a project. This is just a sample project.
I cannot see
So
the
you can
project.
do basically anything in Revit. All right. You can do basically anything in Revit. So this is a sample project. It's a twin duplex. If you look at it, you can't
Cannot
see
see
it.
the
Is it still visible?
it's not
Is the
visible
screen
yet.
visible?
Not visible yet. I can only see the visibility of the window and the empty interface of the uh, drawing space.
Is any other person seeing the screen?
I can see very visible everything. Everything is
Okay,
visible
maybe
from my side.
for if you are not okay, Mr. Samson Joshua, I think you might log out and log in again to see if you can see the screen.
I will do that.
The slide is visible.
So yeah. So this is just a sample project. So it's a twin duplex. So if you go over to the ground floor level here. So remember, like I said earlier, this under the project browser section is where you can navigate through different parts of your drawing. So you can go to the ground floor from here. You can go to the first floor from here. This is the first floor. This is the compound level. That is the ground floor level. This is the roof level. All right. These are the ceiling levels. These are your 3D views. All right. This is one view. Now these are not rendered. The drawings are not rendered. All right. So when they are rendered, it's going to come out properly. So these are the views. These are the elevations. All right. Let's see. These are the elevations. East elevation. This is north elevation. This is south elevation, and this is west elevation. All right. And then you have okay, I've not created sections yet. So when you create, okay, let me quickly create a section. So I'll go to ground floor level, go to view, go to section. So let me create a section here, and let me create another section horizontally. All right. So when you create the section, you can see that the sections have appeared here. So section 1, see the realistic view, and section 2. This is section 2. All right. So you can see the realistic view, or you can leave it at the hidden line view. All right. So this is just a very simple project. So you can do a lot with Revit, right? You can do a lot. The component that I was talking about, you can see you have beds, you have I didn't add much components. I think it's only bed and then the sofa in the sitting room and then your WC. All right. So but then in Revit library, I think I have it on my desktop. Let me show you. Random miscellaneous Revit library. All right. So this is the Revit library US metric. So you can see a lot of components. These are doors. These are doors, right? Different types of doors. These are windows, different types of windows. And then you have other things. You have your plumbing materials, you have your furniture, you have a lot of them, electrical components and all what things. Okay, so this particular file, I'm going to send it to us in the course of the bootcamp, so we can use it for the project. So we can use it for the project. All right. Now, very importantly as well, Revit also has the functionality of creating videos of your project. Take for example, I want to create a video of this project, how the bedroom looks like, how the kitchen, the living room, and everything looks like. I can actually create a video of the interior of the building and the exterior of the building. All right. I can create it with Revit using this icon here, worksheet. All right. And then I can render my images and video out. All right. So basically that is it for Revit. So I don't know if there are questions concerning this.
Yes, I've asked question already, sir.
Okay, let me check. No, we are working on architectural dance. You understand? So electrical and mechanical is another ball game altogether. So majorly architectural. So your floor plans, elevation sections, 3D views, video walkthroughs. I'm going to send the course out. Okay, I've not sent the course outline. So I will send the course outline to us. The course outline for product structure and for Revit, so that you can see what we are going to cover. I will send the course outline to us so we see what we're going to cover.
What of if I'm interested in mechanical and not electrical after, sir?
For now, I don't do this. For now, I don't do this. Those drawings.
Okay.
So, any other question before we round up? Before we round up, it's almost 9:50. So, I've already talked about. Okay, Samson, you're asking a question.
No, I'm not asking a question.
Okay. Okay, good. So I've already talked about the duration as well as the time. So Revit is starting on Monday, while Product is starting on Tuesday, 3 weeks each. And of course, the price is already known to us. So you have 1 week, at least from now till next week, till this weekend, to prepare and to prepare for the commencement of the class. All right. So I'm going to see us in the class. For those of us that would eventually register, we will get started by next week. So, and then additionally, it is always advisable to participate, because there are questions that you might be having that you can ask during the course of the live class. All right, but if you are just depending on the video recordings after the class, it might not. I don't know how that's going to work for you, but then if you have the time, it's advisable to participate so that as I'm doing what I'm doing in the class, you'll be seeing and asking questions live. So that when you go back to the videos to practice, you might not even necessarily need the videos to practice, because I'm going to cover. If you follow the class properly, you are good to go. All right. So if there are no more questions, I think we can call it a night.
All right. Thank you for the teaching. Thank you.
It's all right. You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
It's all right. So take care. God bless.